Go get it, dude. You guys ready? 115 runs left. That's my prediction, assuming no deaths. That's absolutely nutty. That's ridiculous. He's kind of on fire lately? Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Why am I running out here? I need to run my... It was 4:34 before, and we thought it was going to be a long time. I guess it was a long time. Can you reduce the D2 window? I'm zoomed out, and it cuts off the D2 window on the right. What? I can't. I don't think I can adjust the whole window just for you. That's crazy. 425. I was like, this feels way too easy. There we go. Players 8 activated. That's crazy. Yeah, my first full game run through of this game was 429. Maybe it was like 420, something around there. The first time I played through this game on a sorceress. That's crazy talk. Slimo, you're crazy. Does that mean Slimo wins MVL again already? My goodness. He ain't even here. He isn't even here. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't just get it automatically. 425, blaze it. Mr. Llama Vape. His power is too great. Alright, I don't know why I keep doing this. Leave it alone. Get out of there. Rigged. Rigged. Really good. And my good friend stream. And my picture came up? I do not know Dizzy Disaster at all. Another legendary mallet. When is it gonna roll unique? Yikes. I do not. Dizzy Disaster? If you Google Dizzy Disaster, does it bring... Oh, dude. Vortex Shield would be amazing. Does it bring up my name? That's weird. Well, everybody's Google results are like customized to them, actually, so... Maybe it's because you've watched my stream that it brought it up. I don't think a Dizzy Disaster's even hosted me. That name is not familiar at all. I come up in the images. Yeah, it might just be related from because you watched my stream or something. So it's, you know, Google does that chunk. That's my assumption. Dust Shroud. Oh wait, I need, hold up. MF, thank you. And I need to minus. Okay, cool. Thank you, Nucleon. What up, Grimy? No worries, Gentis. No worries. Never had a Vortex Shield of any quality drop? Oh, you've had a Vortex Shield of some quality drop. You've had some quality drop, I'm sure. I've had maybe not actually. They are stupidly rare. I've probably had like 8 drop for me, it feels like. I mean, it's probably more than that. I've only looked at like 8, but they really don't drop often at all. Can you drop the Talisman? It feels weird watching this stream. Never! Never will I drop it. It is mine forever. I'm gonna hold it tight. You can take my dignity and my pride, but you cannot take my Talisman. Base is Vortex? That's it. Vortex Shield is the base. It's just a really, 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 really rare, like, base. Yeah, you'll have to pry it from my cold, dead llama hooves. I want you to want level 97. I want it! I want it! Please. Please, game. May I have another? Oh, what's the normal quality? Royal? Is it royal or is it crown? Any chance of a little speed running? Tonight, I want 97. Oh! Not in there. Not in there, I don't want it. Tonight I want 97. Tomorrow we will be speedrunning though. Tomorrow we will be speedrunning. Thank you, all the good names. Yeah, lately, I mean, you guys have been kind of spoiled with my latest speedrunning because I've been running well and I've been getting like good maps and like are good enough, you know, to at least be potential winners. Like that doesn't happen super often like that. That many in a row and stuff. Like I've had days, now granted I wasn't as good of a runner on those days, but I've had days where I've gone, you know, 5 hours never making it out of the tower range because every tower is like cross map and just awful. So, but I am moving a lot faster now through the earlier stuff. I feel a lot better about my strategies and stuff. He's got an Ethbone Hue on. I feel a lot better about like the strategies that I'm kind of using with my world record hunting and stuff, and that's definitely showcasing in my times. Like, I mean, you don't just run, you know, 125, 126, you know, 3 sub 1 hour Durials, and even those were like punching bail to finish as well. Exclamation MF gives you all the items I have left, Crimey. So you don't just run like that. You know, some of it sure is luck from that stuff, but I definitely am running better, and a lot of that comes from the early running. That helps a lot. But I'll acknowledge I've had some good luck early on. But a lot of it's doing stuff like Slimo did. If you look at Slimo's world record, you know, sure you get stuff like Osiris's boots, and that's really helpful, but like he went, and when he had enough gold, right at the start, he farmed for a 2 to charge bolt staff. Things like that, you know, things like that that you would never not, you know, never say somebody played bad for not doing. If somebody didn't farm for a 2 open socket or 2 charge bolt staff, not socketed. If somebody, you know, never farmed for that, you would never look at them and say, well, you can improve. Well, I mean, you know, but if you guys were watching, you would never be like, you can improve by doing that. You just be like, oh yeah, you know, like make sure you're dodging monsters and whatever. But like those are the things that get you world record right there. Those are the things that bump you up another minute, right? Any of us can run a 135, a 130, you know. I mean, we all have sub 120s, me, right, or me, Teo, and Slimo. Like all of us have the ability to run those fast times, but what gets you, wow, why am I black marching it? What gets you to that world record? Well, that's what it is right there. It's that shift. It's looking at those things. It's Slimo got his faster cast rate amulet, I think he got, by morphing items back and forth. You know, he went 3 rings into an amulet, 3 amulets into a ring, 3 rings into an amulet, like 4 times or something during the run before he finally got it. Crap like that is different. You see a dropship heading right at your drone line. Quick, what do you do? Burrow! Lurk! Wait, no, the lurker is in the... I pull my drones in a straight line? Are they thresh... All the good names are in use! Thank you for the 599! Did I make the right move? Are my drones dead? Or are they alive?
Keep it up, man. Llama, 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 llama.
That was dope. That was dope, Jams. Thank you so much for the $5.99. Appreciate it, bud. But llama. But yeah, like those are the things. Marines land and shoot all the drones. I've lost all of them. No, I wasn't sure if it was Hellions. Oh man, I don't like being this poisoned. That's really hurting me. Is this a list of gear you have not found? Yes, that's all the items I have remaining in the game. 97 or unsub tonight. Rip. Wait, did I just press plus accidentally? I don't know. Marines are jerks. They are. I hate Marines. But yeah, like, how do you get world record? Because, you know, in the past, if I was running on Slimo's run, I wouldn't have run that time. Right? Like, I would have sat there and said, ah, dang it, I got unlucky because I didn't find a faster cast rate ring. And everyone would go, yeah, you did get unlucky. And it would make sense. But you have to kind of create your own. You have to take as much luck out of it as possible. Start farming for everywhere that you can. Right? I'm back 2 months in a row. Welcome back. Llamas of the round. I'm gonna get some llamas up in here. Boom. Welcome back. Appreciate that. Pindle skin can drop. Yeah. That's correct. Appreciate that. But yeah, like, I mean, that's just, you have to take all the luck out of it. You have to start looking for all of the ways to get lucky, I guess you could say. Look for that 2-charge bolt staff. Morph all of your rings and enemies together, and looking for the extra faster cast rate if you don't have it yet. Just, you know, do everything that you can. When you get those life charms, hold those life charms over and start to actually think about life and faster hit recovery. That's what I was doing. That was helping me a ton in that game. So much in all of my runs there. Because normally, if I don't have the lightning resistances, when a charge bolt hits me, it does more than 1/12 of my health, which puts me into faster hit recovery. And that's run over. I mean, you can't play with that. So what I was doing when I was under light resisted is I was making sure I was finding things with plus life, whatever it was, and I was holding on to it because I was increasing my life total to where they wouldn't do 1/12 of my health as often, and that was saving me. Just things like that. I mean, it's everything. Paladin is going to be my next class for the MVS this Saturday. Diablo 2 is super populated. Everybody in the world plays it still. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's where I got to give, you know, some props to Slimo for sure. Is the dude takes advantage of all those things. I often see him, you know, he still makes mistakes. All of us still make mistakes. His world record run, he died like in the jail and had to run back, and it was awful. You know, stuff like that. But he takes advantage of all of those little things. I would say better than any of us. He does better than I do, for sure. For sure he does. Hello! 5 months in a row. Welcome back to Llamas of the Round. Can we get some love in the chat? Get some love in the chat. I want to copy some llamas over so I can just have them on paste. Man, that sounds so cool. I liked my old, we're still dropping frames, kind of. I know, it's not amazing. It's not amazing. My roommate's downloading movies. What you gonna do? What up, Jax? So, what up? So many subs blowing their loads early before the MVS. When am I gonna get this world record? I've been trying for it. I've had some really solid attempts at it, but my Act 3s have really been the holdup. some issues in the Act 2, but then Act 3 rolls around, and every time it's just terrible Act 3. But I'm trying, I'm trying. Special movies? I don't question it. I just say, okay. He's in the privacy of his home. He probably hates me if he is listening. And that faster cast rate ring. Well, I had it last time. I had it in those previous runs. But yeah, sometimes it's that. I mean, there's a lot of things. Yeah, you need to hit 18 at Duriel, and you need to get a Greater Marsh skip. Oh my god. You just need both of those things. 100% collection speedrun record? No. This would probably be it for recorded, you know. I've never seen a recorded Holy Grail, but I know there's some people on the forums who said they got it, so. Get him. Well, that wasn't too hard that time. Nope. Chill, chill. Alright. So it was a bit dead and became boring. I mean, it depends what you want to play. Like, one, if you join my Discord, exclamation mark Discord, there's a lot of people who play in there, so that's a great way for you guys to, like, meet other people who play Diablo 2 and whatever, get together with some. It's not all the time, but, you know, there's people playing every now and then. And then another great way is, of course, you guys minions? No. You know, whenever ladder resets, a lot of people are on at that time, so that's a great time to join. Or, honestly, just, like, for me, I love single player. I absolutely love single player. You gotta go lurker mode while you study? Alright. Don't you dare touch my drones, though. I'd be pissed if you come after my drones. I love single player, personally. I just have a special place in my heart for it. What rune is that? Enough rune. West? No. East. East, not west. East. Some people get confused with that. East. I just, man, no lag. Oh, it's so good. Perhaps speedruns. You don't even got a speedrun. This character's not a speedrun character. This is my non-speedrun character when I don't feel like speedrunning. And I love it. Love it. It's just the best. East is where all the cool people are. That's right. Level 98 hype! Something like that. Why no Pindle? Because I'm going for levels right now. Pindle is actually eye level 84. If I'm not mistaken. And or he's a set 85. No, he's 84. I'm pretty sure he's 84. So he actually gives me like 0 experience basically. Because I'm level 96. So I'm outside of that 10 level experience or whatever. So it's actually worth a ton less. Like that's one of the big things about this game that you know, for experience and stuff. It's really important that you recognize where you're at. So like once I get to the next level, the only things that'll give me experience, really good experience, are Diablo, Nilithak, and Baal. Everything else at that point will drop to like no experience whatsoever. Or 5%, I should say. 5% before my penalties apply. So it really drops it down to like 0.01%. When PB was 123, you got one in that run that I was farming way less efficiently in Act 2 than you did there. 2 weeks later, I got a 117. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Well, I'm glad that we can play off of each other, Slimo. I'm glad that we can play off of each other. Yeah. I mean, I think it's stupid to like to have any sort of attitude with streaming almost. You know, not that they're or with running. Not that we have attitudes really. I mean, we're all really sweet and, you know, nice and stuff like that. But like, it would be foolish of me to not look at your 116 and 117 and say, congrats by the way on your hell run, you know, and say, what is he actually doing differently? You know, in my case, I was farming Act 2 better, right? More efficiently than you were. And so you take that. In your case, you're playing a lot better with the items. I think that's a huge thing. You also got me a lot more interested in shrines for like look backs in the future. I still kind of had some of that, but that's something that I like rethought about. But your item like thoughts are so much more advanced than mine were. And that was something that was holding me back. And that's honestly how I just ran 3 sub 1 hour Durials in a row yesterday, was because I started looking at like what is my life total and stuff. Like I never ever used to think about 1/12 of your life putting you into faster hit recovery. Never ever. That's just like nothing I thought about. I was like, yeah, you know, it's a thing that exists, but whatever. If it happens, it happens. And then I would get really upset when like I'd get hit by, you know, I couldn't go anywhere because everything would hit me and put me into faster hit recovery. But now it's like, wait a second. Wait a second. All those life charms that I sell, and maybe even getting, you know, maybe even putting like freaking, if I have an extra cap and I get some rubies, maybe putting those rubies into the cap. Maybe that's worth it. Or an armor, you know, like maybe that stuff is worth it, because whenever I increase my life and I don't go into faster hit recovery, I gain so much time. And I decrease my chance of dying so much. And I think that's still something that even maybe you underutilize in a way. Just because it's not, you know, I don't know how much you think about it, but I don't really see a ton of that, you know, stuff where like you use rubies and things. But that's even something that I think could be thought about more and maybe, you know, explored more, is maybe finding those life totals. Because it's just, if you can go without getting put into faster hit recovery, the whole game changes. The whole game changes. That's why Spirit Sword is like the most broken thing ever. And that's why whenever we, you know, play with it in whatever area, if we do the player 8 hardcore run, whatever, we'll sometimes get it. It's got the faster cast rate, and it can get you to 63 frames and stuff, which is great. But like, even if I can get to 63 frames, that's not as amazing as if I can teleport and cast spells uninterrupted. That right there is absolutely worth so much more in my mind. Being able to not be interrupted when I'm casting something. That is worth its weight in gold. So, I don't know. I think that that's something maybe all of us could even explore even more in speedrunning. Because originally, it was just, you know, Spirit Sword gets you the faster hit recovery, right? So when you do get put into it, you can break out of it faster, and that's huge. But what about just not going into it, right? Like, what about just having enough life that when a monster hits you, you don't go into it? In all the important times, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, a little bit Act 4, you know. By Act 5, like, who cares? Nothing's touching you anyways, really, so that's not a big deal. I think I missed a boss group back there. Oh, well. But if I can stop that in 1 and 2, every time a Beetle's Bolt comes to hit me, I don't get put into that. Or every time that one of those Unravelers hits me with one of his things, I don't go into it. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. No, Spirit Swords are broken. They are. Spirit is a very broken rune word for its cost. Very broken rune word for its cost. I won't lie. Nobody here's gonna argue that. in strategy to RNG. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the really fun thing about it, is RNG does change the run so much, but in a really great way because it opens up so many possibilities to think about. Ooh. I didn't like that. I did not like that. It opens up the run in so many ways that you just wouldn't even think about before. Right? Like when you're running Super Mario, and it's I like both. I think both are cool and have their own advantages and everything for sure. Right? Like there's something to be said about there's something to be said about a game that has exact movements and exact everything, because you get to really compare, right? When I'm sitting there and I go, all right, what times did Slimo run versus what times did I run? Let me see, do I have that notepad file up? I don't have that up. Yeah, like I literally have, I want to put this in a notepad and pull it up just to like show you guys. And window capture. Yeah. So like this is what I do when Slimo runs. When there's like new records. This is the notes that I take, right? More note keeping. You guys know I like notes. You guys know I have my notebook and I write down notes. This is what it looks like. You should see my date notes. Oh my gosh, they look just like this. 4:27 p.m. She picked up her glass to take a drink of water. 4:27:30. She put it back down. Dies in jail level 1. Black Marsh waypoint. Dies in jail level 1. Yes. And then dead in river. This is you, Slimo. This is you, bud. Show us Tunnel Girl's notes. Never. Never. Dude, that's stalker. Probably. Probably. But like, this right here is a great way to really like pace yourself, but it's really cool because this is so different from a different game, right? You take something like Legend of Zelda, you just have exact splits. You're like, you know, killed Ganondorf at this time, got Master Sword at this time, got this, and it's all like dink, 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 and you look at the two splits between, and you're like, from the time that he got the Master Sword to completed the archery game was 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Like, you know exactly what it is. In this case, you have experience and you have items, right? And you have all these different things. I actually had more notes, even beyond this, about when he got like specific items. You know, so like found Hisaris's boots at this time, got his faster cast rate ring at this time, you know, like stuff like that. Oh yeah, makes to-do list is definitely the first item on my to-do list. You know that's true. But you know, so like check things like this. This right here was the key moment in the run. This was probably the biggest moment in the run. Because this suddenly happened. This crap suddenly happened. 15 to 16 to 17. This was it. This is the world record right here. Experience Shrine. He checked the Cold Plains. I even make notes of like specifically the things that he did along the way that were very good, right? Like, this is something I need to do. In this case, I need to go check Cold Plains. He found an Experience Shrine. Corpse Fire, Beetle Burst, Beetles, another boss, and a Champion Beetle pack. That other boss group is in Lost City. He got 4 amazing things plus Beetles with an Experience Shrine. and it boosted him to 17 immediately. And then like, you know, from there he just killed it. And then of course he had this amazing Mephisto. He had an amazing Act 3, which like sub 10 minute Act 3, 9:30 is absolutely stupid. Almost as stupid as my friend Hannah is awesome. But that's just like ridiculous. That's just ridiculous right there. So, you know, he got the perfect flare jungle skip. That Act 3 was so good. But his Act 4 and 5 were mediocre. They were all right. You know, he died in the river right there. That definitely hurt. Stuff like that. But yeah, like this is it right there. We take notes the same way. We take notes the same way. But I love taking Diablo notes, and I love how the game, all the RNG plays into the factor and stuff, because something like checked Cold Plains waypoint for Shrine is that's a thing, you know, like, because he had a shrine there. I might have a shrine there, I might not. I might have some in my Stony, I might not. I might have a good setup on Beetle Burst and Corpse Fire, where if I find one, maybe it's worth it to go run those 2 in a row. Maybe. I don't know. Same note-taking skills. So, when I was in college, I was dating ex-Mrs. Llama then, as well. And she used to hate me because I never studied, right? I wouldn't study for tests or anything like that, really. I'd give like a brief overview. But when I'm in class, those are the notes I'm taking right there. That's exactly how it goes. So it's just it's a different way to study and stuff. Different way to study. The story's not great. The story's not great. I'm just saying that, you know, like, I didn't study because all of the studying was done in the note-taking process. It's a very, you know, I don't know. I feel like some people work like that as well. Yeah, pretty clear on the notes, exactly. And then you can look at those notes, and I can compare those splits, kind of. I can't compare them directly, but I can say, what time did I have at level 15 versus level 16 versus level 17? Oh. He gained 2 levels in 5 minutes. What up, Ellen Dilly? And I never took notes? Well, then you beat me there. I took insane notes. How would it help in class? It just helped note-taking abilities, maybe. Maybe just help note-taking abilities. I studied biology. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, about as far away from that as possible. I studied computers, so like the most non-living whatever. When Skynet comes around, they'll know I take care of them. Garrett doesn't take notes, yeah, but whatever. Garrett's dumb. Well, I had to study, but only in some manners. Everybody's got their own. Everybody's got their own needs of studying. But yeah, I always found just really paying attention and taking notes was super effective. Is my cube full? Yeah. I didn't get that ring. I know. I know. Sad days. Soul Rune? Pretty terrible note taker. Just start taking StarCraft speedrun notes and go from there. I just identified my cube. It's like, I wonder what's in this cube. That'll work. Let's do it. Less than 100 runs to go. It was taunting me, and then I died, and it was really taunting me, and it was just a mess. Also, hello, Scoot. I mean, obviously I want to get all the items on this character as well. But when you're this close to 97, you just want to get that 97. What up, Dire J? I thought, did I announce it? Maybe I didn't announce it well. Maybe I didn't announce it well. Do we have an exclamation mark giveaways? Did I make that a command yet? Exclamation mark giveaways. Somebody try it in chat, please. Ever past level 80? I will tell you. Okay, we do. Sweet. Yeah, don't forget to go sign up. Sign up for that. It's the easiest 10 seconds of your day. And you could be like Dire J and win a dope headset without even realizing it. And it'll just show up at your doorstep one day. You on the one from January. Hype! Hype. I love that. Didn't even realize it was there. I'm gonna win again. Hey man, if you win again, we'll talk. I'll get you like a keyboard or something. Unless you want another headset, but Ancient Tunnels do drop every item in the game. That is correct. It is a level 85 area. So, which means the bosses in this area, like that boss group right there, is level 88. So all these guys right here that I'm killing are level 88, and level 88s can drop every item in the game because there's no item that an 88 cannot drop. And all the champions can also drop them as well because they're level 87. But the regular monsters in here cannot. The regular, just like those guys and those guys, they're 85. They can drop everything but those tippy top items. How do I pick winners? Just random? Yep. It is done randomly from the draw. Just as many entries as there are, it just pulls one from the hat. Pulls one from the hat. If you wish to have a better chance, or you think, huh, how do I earn a better chance at getting something cool? Exclamation mark MVL is something that we've implemented this month, going from here on out, and it is essentially a way every day that I stream, I choose one person that I thought was the best contributor to the stream that day, or something really cool happened, like Slimo got the world record yesterday, Jackson got a new badge, so that was cool. Like, you know, or not yesterday, that was the other day. Gentius was a really great chatter yesterday, so he was yesterday's winner. Whatever, not. It's all sorts of various reasons. There's a whole slew of reasons right there, but essentially for people who I feel like are being really active and having fun and being helpful and stuff. And that gets you an entry into a drawing for a $50 gift card at the end of every month. Only compared against all of the other winners of the MVL. So it's around, you'll probably have like a 1 in 20 chance, something like that, which is about my chances of getting a Tyrael's Might times about 20,000. So, or divided by 20,000. Also, Jackson is sometimes playing awesome. That is also true. And it is also super rigged. That's 100% true for sure. Because that one is actually picked by me, so not the draw. The draw at the end is not picked by me. Things that won't get you MPL. Laughing at MrLlamaSC's Holy Grail source dying on her way to 97. That is a very good point. That one will probably lower your chances. That will probably lower your chances. A lot of cool stuff going on in the stream. Heck yeah, we got Hot Wings Challenge on Friday. We got Man vs. Stream on Saturday. My goodness, we got so many things coming up. Did he get 97 yet? If I had 97 and 98 was this close, oh man, I can't even imagine what that day is going to look like when I'm this close to 98. Just have to wait for them to get purple in stock. Did they message you? Did they send you an email and say that they're waiting for it to come in stock and then they'll send after? Because yeah, DC Gohan was the other giveaway winner for the headset. If I went and done my headset to a starving kid in Africa so they can play StarCraft 2, well, that is very generous. That is very generous. You'll buy wings and chew along? There you go. Your phone's not notifying you I'm on? Are you just trying to use the Twitch notification? It doesn't always notify. That's why I post in Twitter and Discord, and I try and post, you know, in a lot of places because not every one place always notifies. Which kind of stinks. Kind of annoying. Starvecraft 2. Ooh, savage. That's savage. Asking where either the Llama Drummer or Stealth t-shirt is. Probably -1. What's the 97 counter for? That's the number of runs left. 99 are Tyrell's first. Probably 99. Saturday's D&D, so you're going to be at the card shop. All day? You know MVS is like 17 hours. But you also know that I'm okay if you can't make it to MVS. But show up, you know, show up to the other stuff, Jackson. Show up to the other stuff. But MVS, that's okay. That's okay. It's usually painful enough. So far in the past, it has already been painful enough. Thank you very much, Velxer. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. MVS. Hammerhead should be faster than Druid? I really don't know. You're gonna resub on Saturday? How convenient. You sure you don't want to just get that out of the way right now? Like, we can take that, I can take that off your hands right now. We'll make it nice and easy. Make it all nice and easy. Why wait? Why would we wait? That's silly. Gym till 1, then go to the card shop from 5 to 2. Dang. You said D&D Friday? Yeah, Man vs. Stream vs. Toilet is what the title should actually say. I think it's gonna be MVSVL or VT. MVSVT is gonna be the true name of that one. I really am gonna be careful on Hot Wings Challenge Day. There's a lot of people that are gonna be there eating hot wings, so I don't feel 100% pressure to eat all of them. And I gotta be careful because I do have that coming up Saturday. Gotta make sure I get some sleep and I'm not just awake with like heartburn all night, you know. So, we'll see how it goes. I was already crying about Sriracha too. I was already crying about Sriracha as well. Nine 7 woo! See you, Veneray. Have a good one, bud. Have a good one. Is Cake Girl coming over? Yeah, I think she is. Her husband's out of town again. So I think she's gonna come join for, you know, some of it. We'll see how long she's able to make it. So I think she's gonna come over and make a cake. I think she's gonna come over and make a cake. My sub is meant to renew on 104. Oh, you're 401. Yeah, I forgot European and other. You cannot renew it before. I believe you get a week after for the renew, but not before. Thinks plain toast is too spicy. Hey man, plain toast is hot. Plain toast is hot. You may be a little late. First, I guess I need to. Oh god. No, use them in normal, please. Hell's already bad enough. What up, Mithril? What time should I be there? I want cake. I'm guessing she'll make cake, you know, probably around 3 or 4 p.m., something like that. Shulker's waiting until I hit 97. Well, we got 93 runs left. 93 runs left. BYD plays and Cake Girl plays. I think Cake Girl plays might be one of them, but that's also like instant death, so it's kind of unfortunate. The bet is still on. New item or level 97 first. There was a bet from yesterday. I still have all those values stored. Oh god, never mind. Wait, maybe. Let me check. Contest live. Yep, I still have all those stored. So that bet is still on. And we'll pay out whichever one hits first. Found a Tal's armor and switched to Scolders. I found Tal's Ammy, so I switched my Scolders out. Because Tal's Ammy is just worth so much more to me. Like that 3-piece set actually is better than the Perfect Maras mixed with whatever other stuff. Another IO. I see your message over Twitch. When did you send it? When did you send it? Yeah, I have a Might Merce. I do cold damage, which is why I don't have a defensive Merce. Because I do cold damage, so they're already cold. I need someone who does more damage, not somebody who just freezes people more. DDMMYY. That's so confusing. MMDDYY. That's the way to go. Ouch. Get him. Yep, bets are stuck until 97 or a new item. So no more bets till then. Oh god. Alright. Not a lot of uniques so far this game. Not a lot of uniques so far. How much experience the gear can say? Levels to 99 are ridiculously high. It's absolutely crazy. Like, to give you guys a sense of how awful it is. If I am killing... So, what's his name? Lister the Tormentor, right? Lister the Tormentor, in hell, the final, you know, wave, boss, whatever dude, gives 600,000 experience on kill. However... that is pre-penalty. So, and I've said this before, and this is one of my favorite ways to really give an example of what the penalty is like. It's worth 450% experience on players 8. So let's just say 500,000 experience even. So that's 3.5 million experience, right? Because it's another 350, or is it 4.5? 4.5? 450 times that? No, that's wrong. I'm doing that. It's 2.25 million experience. Math is really hard right now. I'm streaming. 2.25 million experience, or whatever, is what he would give. 2 million experience. It's something around there. He gives like 2.2. It's 7 times. $450 experience, not bonus. So it's 2.25 then, right? Regardless. That is how much experience he gives. But then you have to take into account all of the penalties, such as his level versus my level. So I'm level 96 and he's level 87, 88. Yeah, 7 times experience. Hanny! Hi, Hannah! Hi, Hannah. Everybody say hi to Hannah. So, because of that level difference, I only get like 24% of the experience that he would give me. And then I only get 1.14% of all experience that I earn as an individual. Like, all experience earned, I get 1.14%. Needless to say, he ends up being worth about 10,000 experience, or 15,000 experience to me. He ends up being worth about 15,000 experience to me. So he drops from 2.25 million to 15,000 because of the player, like the penalties for leveling up. Oops, this one. Gotta get up early. Aw, no stream today? Ooh. Needless to say, that was rough math. But you guys get the picture. You lose a lot of experience. Yeah, you can stream without windowed mode. It's just not a lot of fun. I'd much rather say stream windowed mode. Yeah, that includes my anti-charm bonus. That is including the 8% charm bonus. And it only gets much worse than that. Because the second that I hit level 97, or whatever the crap, the second or 98, the second I get 10 levels away from those guys, all of a sudden they're only worth 5% experience instead of the 24% experience or whatever it is right now. So now it's 5% from Lister. And then it's like 0.98% total experience from that, if that. I'm guessing Lister would be worth like 2 grand or something to a level 98. And a level 98 I needed 262 million, I think, for this character to level up. A level 98 needs like 350 million or something. It just goes in both directions, gets worse. It's awful. Diminishing returns are bad, man. Where's my last skill points going? I think I'm gonna put them into Cold Mastery, because I think I'm a little bit lower than I want to be on that. But other than that, I would put them into Frozen Orb, because Frozen Orb increases my Ice Blast damage. Waited to 98. I'm pretty sure making it to level 98 without having done Ancients would be, I guess it'd be possible. He'd just be doing Ancient Tunnels the whole time. It would be awful. You want to be doing Bale and stuff. I guess you could do Diablo stuff by the end. even still, there's a cap on the experience you gain from the ancients, so it wouldn't just put you to 99. It wouldn't. You wouldn't just get the freebie. Is cow the best place? No, cows are actually level 84, I think. So even right now, cows are worthless to me. Cows have fallen out of range of experience. Yeah, level difference experience, like penalty makes sense, but the penalty that they have set for just being a high level in general, like you're a high level so you only get 1% experience, that's where it really gets brutal. That's where it's like, oh my gosh, this is no joke. It is really hard to get to a high level. Go do cows. No cows, no cows. You'll be back to talk in a bit. Okay, bye, Hannah. He has access to all the rune words. If I can find the runes and make them. Everything on this character is self-found, so if I don't find it, I don't get it. But I don't know. Like I think it's I will say, I prefer not everybody being a perfect high level than everybody being a high level. Like, getting to level 70 in Diablo 3 was kind of disappointing, because it was really easy, and I was like, oh, like, what's the point then? Like, why even have that? I don't know. It felt pretty pointless leveling up and stuff. There wasn't a big, like, sense of accomplishment behind it. Whereas, like, when you level up in Diablo 2, even going, like, 91 to 92 can feel really rewarding and stuff. Like, there's a lot of rewarding times in the game, and it makes it feel like that's something fun. Even Paragon levels didn't feel that crazy exciting, because then those were just, like, coming at you left and right, like, super easy. It was just like, I'd go to a, you know, a rift or something with a group, and I'd gain like 7 Paragon levels, and I was like, alright. I guess I'll click each little thing here. Yeah, they just felt really pointless. So I much prefer this, even though it's really stupid and how long it takes. Like, look at how excited I am right now to get level 97. Huh! Don't die. Look at how exciting it is to get level 97 and how much a death actually means and stuff. Like, that's really cool. Ooh, Archon plate. That's really cool, and you can't get that in a lot of games. And honestly, I've stayed away from like World of Warcraft. I've stayed away from you know, just like those kinds of games, because I never felt as rewarded, I guess, in the leveling system and stuff. Why can't there be some sort of happy medium? I don't know. It's really fun. I don't believe the clone gives experience. I don't believe clone gives experience. So many raw runes. Yeah, it'll be good for farming later. Or crafting. Be good for crafting. Oh, non-eth. Non-eth. Yeah, level 80 to 90 is where it's at. That's your happy medium. I've already got so many foul runes and all that stuff. I don't anything under Lem I don't care about unless it's a Ral, because I use Rals for crafting. Reason I never cost 95. Cows are gonna use this. You kept doing them. Yep, can't do them. No chance! What is up? Welcome back. 15 months in a row. Thank you so much for not saving it for Saturday. I love you. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, I love it. Love Tyrion's voice. Be intuitive and player friendly. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree. Let's get those llamas in the chat. Bam! Oops, that's not what I wanted. That one. That's the one I wanted. Wrong copy pasta. Wrong copy pasta, my bad. Yep. There's reward in fighting through the pain, and I felt like there just wasn't enough of that in those other games. It's just like there's not enough, you know, there's no pain and struggle. You don't feel that. And that's what I like to feel in the game. What up, Cat Grill? Since you're a farming H knows why I replace Cures and Immerse with Blackhorns. I mean, he can't be cold. Really, I'm using it for cannot be frozen. I don't so much, you know, he doesn't die often enough that the black face is necessary. But the big thing is, I don't want him to be frozen because he is my source of dealing with cold enchants. So if he's got to, you know, fight a cold enchant, then he's gonna be colded. I don't want that, so that's why I continue with Kira's. Have I tried PoE? Yeah, I have in the past. I thought it was a fun game. I've considered switching over to it at some point, or switching, you know, playing it somewhat here and there. I've considered it. Yes, the bet is still going. Bet is still going. The dies in jail. Yes, those are Slimo splits. The problem with replaying these games is you miss the discovery period. But did you play this game in single player? Because if not, then go play the game, start to finish, from single player, no hacked items, nothing like that. Just go play the game and see what it's like. And all of a sudden you'll be like, there are so many areas I never explored. There are so many items like Stealth Rune Word and all these things that I never used before that are amazing. It is an entirely different game now than when I used to play as a kid. Because when I played as a kid, I played on ladder. I had every item I could ever possibly want. Everything was super easy. I never had to worry about, you know, like immunes and all that stuff. Like, you just always had what you needed and what you wanted. That was just it. That was how the game worked. Go play it now like this. Completely different game. Every unique and every set item that you find instantly becomes so much more exciting because now you actually care about them. Nobody's there to rush you through Act 3. So when you get to Act 3, nobody just goes, here's the Trav waypoint. Now you have to run through the stupid jungles and be like, these jungles are awful, but it's kind of crazy in Discovery. Accidentally faced tunnel girls. Yeah, I found the secret areas in the catacombs before. I find it sometimes. Grim Dawn, yeah, Grim Dawn, Torchlight, PoE, those are all, you know, solid ARPGs, that kind of. Each fan of D2 kind of takes their own, goes their own way on that. Frames. You never played online? I like online play. Not as much as single player play though. I used to like it. I mean, like I said, I used to be exclusive, and then once I started playing single player, I was like, I think I'm gonna stick with single player. I really like single player. But yeah, I don't do any of the hacking stuff. I just play my characters. It's too fun. It's too fun. This game just has so many. I mean, even like all the mechanics I was talking about earlier with speedrunning and stuff. Like, so many mechanics about when you can get hit and faster recovery and all the frames and different, you know, breakpoints of things and what works, ignore target defense, and what doesn't, and I mean, there are just so many things in this game that, you know, I've got my tips and tricks video to kind of go over some of them, but... And it's just always going on in your head. Even all the different, like, things about the bosses, like all their different attributes and what they do and how they interact with different things. Knowing that, like, a lightning enchanted, cold enchanted dude is going to be super strong because the cold enchant damage will, like, affect his charged bolts as well and crap and just obliterate you. I mean, just even those things are really interesting. Do I enjoy any of the D2 mods? I played a little Median XL there. It was okay. It was a bit messy for me. I really just love vanilla. Vanilla's so good. I don't feel the need for all of this, you know? I don't feel the need for a mod, I guess, because it's just so good. Ouch. Come on. See, so like right here, I want him to not be cold enchanted. Or to not be cold.
You cannot judge me.
What up, and the Funky Bunch? Get away. Welcome back to Llamas of the Round for 3 months in a row. Another legendary mallet. Another one to inaction. Then I would no longer stand as your brother. I think I forgot to drop that down the last time. I have definitely gone up a tick since I started this stream. I have definitely gone up a tick, boys. Get him. Get them all. But yeah, it's just got so many good things. So many people subbing a couple days, like a couple days early here. Love it. And Diablo 2 also, like, was nowhere near as good as it is when it came out. I mean, it was still a great game. I won't lie. But it's only gotten better over the years in my mind. You know, they did a lot though with patches and stuff to really improve it. I fear though that can't happen for Diablo 3 because it's just the game itself is at its core is too flawed, and how damage works and stuff. Yeah, replayability of this game is nuts though, nuts. So I used to play a lot of StarCraft 2. I used to have a team. I was almost Grandmasters. I was very sad I never got into Grandmasters. Grandmasters was top 200 players, and I was ranked 234 at the end of a season. And so I finished rank 1 Masters, but I never got into Grandmasters. That was a very sad day, or sad time when I had to quit, say, give that up. But I used to play that decently, you know, pretty competitively. And that was a really fun game. That was a really fun game. But even still, I played Sorc. Even still, I like StarCraft 1 still just more, I would say. StarCraft 2 was better competitively. I thought that was the thing that StarCraft 2 did the best, was ease of access into a really great way to just have a ladder with competition. It was like super easy and there was a big focus around it, and that was great. And I thought that was the best part about StarCraft 2. Whereas StarCraft 1, like, you had to, like, go join IC Cup, whatever, and do a bunch of finagle stuff to get, you know, all configured with it and download things, and it was crazy like that. But StarCraft 1 was a lot better about, like, custom games and stuff. a lot more about custom games, things like that. So they each had their benefits. Level up, then world record run. Oop. Top 5 video games of all time. You gotta remember, I don't play a lot of games. I don't play a lot of games at all. So I'm probably one of the worst people to put like a top 5 video games list together because it's very biased. One, it's very biased towards Blizzard. I have not played many games in my life. I have played a lot of a few games. So StarCraft 1 and 2, Diablo 2. I mean, I love Diablo 1 as well. I don't know if I'd put that on there because I haven't played enough of it. And then, you know, you get to like, what else does he want to throw on there? You know, he's got crap like, I mean, I used to play a lot of Total Annihilation when I was a kid. I don't think that's a great, or as good of a game as like Command and Conquer probably. Command and Conquer was probably a better game than that, but I played more Total Annihilation. Get him. Age of Empires, really fun. Age of Mythology were fun. Yeah, AoE 2 was a really solid game. But once again, I didn't play it enough. I would say the Zelda games. I really loved the N64. That was probably my favorite console system. I used to be a console gamer when I was a kid, right? So I would say Yoshi's Island. Or was it Super Mario World? Super Mario World. That one. Yeah. Super Mario World. One of my favorite games. The Legend of Zelda. Either one of the N64 ones. I feel like Super Smash Bros. Has to be in there. Just like all of those are so great. I really liked Melee, but a lot of those are really great. I really like the Mario games too. I loved Mario 64. I loved Mario Sunshine was also a really solid game. So I loved like those games right there for sure. Hey, Amroon. Bond. That was solid. But GoldenEye was an amazing game for its time. Go back and try and play it now. You'll you know, bleed out your eyes trying to. Those controls were so terrible, but it was a really great party game. I can remember some of the best like parties ever were where we'd play 4-man GoldenEye. Trying to think if there's any like new games that I feel like are really. I mean, yeah, Mario Kart was solid. I don't know if I loved Mario Kart. I thought it was a lot of fun. I wouldn't put it in my tops though. Oops, why am I doing this? A man after my own heart. You know I'm after your heart, girl. You know it. That's like the most prized possession right there. Hannah's heart. You win that, you win that life, I think. The best thing about Total Annihilation was the pay over time economy. Yep. The economy was amazing in Total Annihilation. As you were building, you would pay for things and stuff instead of just like having to have everything up front. He's talking about Donkey Kong 64 was actually one of my favorite N64 games as well. It was stupidly fun. I don't even know if it was an amazing game, but I just loved that you could play as 5 different characters, and they all had all their different abilities. And oh god, there's Jackson. What up? Save the drones. Save the Marines. But Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, like, where are all of those games today? That's my issue, you know, like they come out with like the Nintendo Switch and it's like, yeah, they got Breath of the Wild. But what else do they have? You know, they have hands, and they have Splatoon, which is, you know, alright, Splatoon's kind of fun. And they've got the game where you do, like, draw and stuff, and milk the cow. But it just feels like there's so much less for awesome games. I mean, we could just go on, you know? Yeah, you're right. NFL Blitz, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Perfect Dark, that, whatever the name of that Star Wars game was. That was, like, not technically a Star Wars game, but it kind of was. Star Wars Rebellion, or I don't even know if it was called that. I think that was a different one. Star Fox 64. Even like the games like the Wave Runner 64 and stuff. I loved that one, or whatever it was. Rogue Squadron, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Like, there were so many great games that were just insane like that. That were just so freaking fun and insane. And Shadows of the Empire, that's the one I'm thinking of. Shadows of the Empire. Ragna, you are my man. Rogue Squadron was another one, but Shadows of the Empire is the one I was thinking of. That's the one I was thinking of. Nice, Veto. Wave Runner, heck yeah, dude. I got first in every single race of that game, and it took me so long as a child, but that was like the coolest thing ever. Loved it. And then there were also horrible games like StarCraft 64. You would think mixing my favorite game on the PC, or one of my like top 2 favorite games, and my favorite console would be like, oh, the greatest thing in the world. No, it was the worst thing that they could have ever done. StarCraft 64. I rented it from Blockbuster, which, wow, does that not make me sound old as ball sacks. I rented StarCraft 64 from the Blockbuster. Good lord. Am I 90? My goodness gracious. My goodness. That was such a terrible concoction. But yeah, then you get games now and it's like milk the cow. Or even when they had like the Wii. I don't know, it just felt like there were so many, you know, even on the Wii it was like everything was focused around like using your hands, right? Like, oh yeah, you get to like play with the little controllers and do Wii bowling, and it was like, yeah, it's fun. But nobody looks back and is like, what's one of the best games I ever played? Oh, Wii Tennis. Wii Tennis for sure. I still remember my first, 300 in bowling on Wii Bowling. Maybe my mom does. I mean, she really likes it. StarCraft Ghost never released. That's right. Yeah, so I mean, why you hating on Wii Sports? Might have been a Hollywood video. I remember those too. I'm not saying there was nothing on the Wii, right? I'm saying you got your Super Smash, you got your Zelda, Twilight Princess, or whatever ones. But maybe, there were like 4 or 5, and it feels like that's true today as well. It's like they just keep kind of remaking the same stuff. Not just Nintendo, every single video game, The Xbox, it was like, yeah, you got your Halo and maybe your whatever the heck, Tom Clancy's game, whatever that one was. Ghost Recon or something. So you had like a couple games on each console, but it's just like, it feels so limited. Oh, wow, ouch. It feels so limited in terms of like what is out there instead of like all these titles. I didn't even play half the titles that we just named, and I know that they were amazing games. I played them like one day, I didn't even have them. I played them at my friend's house and I was like, oh, this game's so fun, and that's it. Because there were so many other titles that I was working on. So, I don't know. That's what, honestly, why I've switched to PC, and that's why I stick with classic stuff as well. Because the new stuff, it's like they try and be about flash and graphics and whatever, but it's just the same. Everything just feels like the same games, just like put on top of each other. Everything's just the same games put on top of each other, and that's it, right? There's a million Battlefield, whatever, get your gun, Call of Duty, Battlefield, blah, blah, blah game where you go and you shoot the other guys. Okay, you know, like, it's all got the same feel. Even when they had that, what was that latest Star Wars game that came out? What was that new Star Wars game that came out? And it was like, it was the exact same thing. It was just like, oh, it's just another shooter that just has a Star Wars skin on top of it, and that's it. So it's like we've upgraded in all of our technology and all of our graphics and everything like that. And then just nothing came out. Star Wars Battlefront, was that the one? I think that was it. I think that was it. Whereas, like, what was that Star Wars game before? There was another Star Wars game back when I was a kid where you, like, actually got to do things with lightsabers and stuff. That was actually pretty cool. I think I forgot to down a run there. Jedi Academy, I think that was it. I think that's it. Sorry, I don't mean to depress you guys. Knights of the Old Republic, that was solid. Can't remember which one it was, but both of those sound right. Jedi Knight, whatever it was. There was one where you got to do a lot of stuff with your lightsabers, and it was awesome. It was so cool. Dun, dun. Dedicated, that was just sabers. No force powers. Oh, sick. Yeah, I think it was Jedi Knight. I think that was it. I think it was Jedi Knight. But yeah, just so much, so many things. The N64 is like my ultimate go-to console for examples of that stuff, though, it feels like. I have not played Torchlight, no. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Yes, you just named one of my top 5 games as a child. You just named one of my top 5 games as a child. You could not pry me away from playing Gauntlet Legacy. My friend had it on his, well, it was always in arcades, and my friend had it on his, was it Nintendo or PlayStation that it was on? I can't even remember. I think it was Nintendo. Regardless, he had it on his system, and it was the most mindless, stupid, grindy, whatever. One dude would always play as like the jester or whatever. I don't even remember everything. I just remember I used to have so much fun running around in all those stupid portals with my friends. God, that was a great, terrible game. I don't even think it was that good of a game, honestly, but it was the best arcade game ever, and it just made you feel like you just had so much fun leveling up in that and getting your skills and everything like that. Oh, it's so fun. Man, I miss Gauntlet Legacy. That was a good game. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance again? Ooh, nice. Nice. Yeah, that's one. I used to also really like Twisted Metal, another legendary mallet. That one was PlayStation. But we would go over, once again, to my friend's house, because my mom would let me have any rated M games or T games or whatever. Okay, Annie. We would go over there and we would play Twisted Metal. And that was like the most fun. Oh my gosh. Just blowing the crap out of your friends. I'm gonna rephrase that. I'm gonna take that one back. Blowing your friends up. I'm gonna go with that one. Carmageddon! I'm gonna take that one back and rephrase it. Oh, Aspired Helm. The yellow Aspired Helm. Pokemon Snap. What an interesting game that was. That actually turned out to be really fun. Kappa Pride, boys. Kappa Pride, I guess, right? Man. What an interesting game Pokemon Snap was. When it first came out, I was like, that is the dumbest sounding thing. Who wants to play a game where you just take pictures? You go around in a cart. You don't even run around. You just hop in a cart and take pictures. Ridiculous. Oops. And it was so much fun! That's the thing though. It was like so much fun! You were like, this is dumb. I want to do the next one. Hold on, get in the frame! Did I get a good picture? How do I get a better picture of this dugong? Let me get a better pic. Crazy Taxi? I did not play Crazy Taxi, actually. I do not know of the tales and trials of Crazy Taxi here. You saw someone streaming Pokemon Snap in Europe? Nice. Dude, Dreamcast it ended up being a bomb system. But it actually had some fun. There was that one game. I can't tell you what it was. But it was the one where it was like a party game. And it just had a bunch of party games in it. So like one of them was like you're all in a ball rolling around. Like 4 balls on a platform and you're trying to knock each other off. And one was like running up around. It was like a spinny thing and you had to jump or duck. I don't know what it was called. But I actually had a lot of fun with it. Me and my friends used to play that all the time. Cheerios Might was not found, no. Simpsons Road Rage? That was a great game. I love Simpsons Road Rage. I loved Simpsons Road Rage. Fusion Frenzy! You got it! You got it, General! Fusion Frenzy! Oh man, that's right. That's right. So fun. So fun. My goodness. Simpsons Road Rage is basically Crazy Taxi? Gotcha. I'm trying to remember what me and my friend used to do with Simpsons. Because we would play it together. Couldn't you do like duels? You would do like multiplayer The Simpsons Road Rage and you would just go around and like bash each other with your cards or something? Does that sound right? Is that accurate? You could do races. That's right, you could race each other. Yeah. Those were really fun races. I used to love that. I used to love that. Adventure Quest Online? Now we're getting really old school. I used to play that. I used to have some really... That was the one with the charms, right? Where you had like all of the charms that would increase your abilities. Is that right? No, I'm thinking of... That was the D2JSP one. Adventure Quest is the one where you would get items and then fight the things. I had a really sweet sword in that. Nobody mentioned Neopets. We talk about Neopets all the time. You guys already know I love Neopets. You guys already know I love my Neopets. You guys already know. Earthworm Gem. Nice. Nice. My mom wouldn't let me get that one because it had I think he would fart or something. My mom thought that was inappropriate. So I wasn't allowed to play Earthworm Jim. Wasn't allowed to play Earthworm Jim. Because you could make him fart, I think. Were you a Neopets girl, Hannah? I actually met a girl on Neopets. I actually met a girl on Neopets. That was, she lived in Michigan. Her name was Cheyenne. Cheyenne, if you're out there, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm kind of surprised I actually remember her name and stuff, too. But, yeah, we were, like, hanging out on the forums. And I don't even remember how I got in her guild, clan, thing, whatever you call it. But we ended up joining up. And we just ended up, like, Skyping all the time and chatting and having a great time. It was love at first Neopet, that's right. Love at first pet. She didn't want to come to my tunnels. No, that's true. Cheyenne, stay away from the tunnels. Don't warn her. She got like a piercing though, and it was like a bar, like through the ear like that. I thought that was pretty crazy. I thought that was pretty crazy. Did I tell her they're carpeted, right? Come back after a month of not being on it. Yep. Yep. Pets would be starving their butts off and you'd feel super guilty. So I used to go hardcore Neopets. When I quit playing Neopets, so I used to get on and just shop hunt. Right? So I would just sit there and hunt through. I love like collecting. Can you guys tell? Can you guys tell that I like collecting things? It's crazy. But I love collecting things. And so I used to go and just shop hunt, and I would collect all of the like, because people, you know, people would find stones and find map pieces to the secret map and stuff, and they would sell them for cheap. You don't say. They would sell them for cheap. And so I would go, you know, me and a bunch of other people would go like, basically hunt those deals down because they'd only be there for like a couple seconds. And so you'd have to like just refresh, do all the stuff. You could have like the super shopkeeper who would look in all the shops. So I would go and just do all that stuff, and shop, and then resell it for more. And I used to collect books. I would collect all the like rare books that were like retired, and then they'd go up in value, and you could sell them for a lot more later and stuff. So when I finished, I had a giant collection. I had like 90 million Neo points and giant collections of like books and stones and maps and all this stuff. And then I had to give it up. I used to collect the avatars too. Dude, you had to do some crazy stuff for the avatars. You had to do some crazy stuff for the avatars sometimes. But what I will say, the best part about Neopets is that it's not built for kids. Like, a lot of the stuff, Jub, that's right, the shop wizard. A lot of the stuff was built, like all of the puzzles and all of the what do you call it? They would have like giant mysteries that would appear. You played the games. I also like to play the games and get the trophies, but it was really tough to get trophies. I only had a few trophies. I wasn't good enough in the games. 97, and every item as well, but 97. They would build out giant mysteries that would take like weeks or months to go through. So it'd be like this whole entire thing where they would have like, you know, you'd go and you'd find like a broken room or, you know, broken area on the side of a map, a tiny little piece on one part of a map, and you'd click it and it would take you to this area, and you'd have to like solve a puzzle to move into this next area. And they would have like mini games that were like really hard and really big puzzle thinkers, and you would do all these different things and collect these pieces and have to like, they'd give you like, you know, hieroglyphics and you'd have to like decode them. Like, they actually created really, really good puzzles. I mean, not just like for children. Children weren't going to solve these puzzles at all. This is for like all of the adults that wanted to play, you know, the game or whatever with their kids. Maybe, I don't know what it was, but they would create these amazing puzzles, and I always thought that was just the coolest thing, because they actually built it out for like adults to be able to play. And I would still go back today. Lenny the Conundrum dude or whatever. Every day, Lenny the Conundrum, what was his name? Every day he would have a new like riddle that was like really difficult. It'd be like, you have, you know, a bucket of paint that has this volume. You have bricks that are this like wide, this deep, this thick, and these bricks need to be placed. I haven't been keeping track. I think I'm at 77. And you know, you have to build a pyramid out of these bricks that is this high, this tall. How much paint will it take? How many cans of paint do you need to like cover the entire pyramid? And you have to get it down to the exact like ounce of paint or whatever. I mean, they would have like really complex things like that that would take you a little while to go through. 34 life. Boom. Tank grids. So I always was very impressed with Neopets. I still am. The site is totally defunct now? What site? Neopets? I hope not. I hope not. Oh goodness. But, man. Sorry, you can get me going about Neopets. I played a lot of that. Played a lot of that game growing up. That was a really fun one. And I think my pets were like always starving, because I didn't really care about the pets as much as I probably should have for the child, being a child my age. But I didn't want a dog. I wanted more Neo points while watching Dragon Ball every day. My gosh, Hannah, you're a nerd. What a nerd, Hannah. What a nerd. Sonic Adventures. I didn't really play Sonic that much, actually. I played a little bit at my friends, but I never like beat Sonic. That would actually probably be a fun thing to do, is go back and play through the Sonic games. Nerd! Everybody point and call her a nerd. Neopets greater than SC2? Maybe. Maybe. That's a tough call. It's a tough call. DBZ! The crazy thing about DBZ is that a single fight would take like 100 minutes. It was like actually 100 minutes for a fight to happen. And that's not like, oh yeah, 100 minutes, sure. Like literally, it would span 3.5, 4 episodes, whatever it was, for a single fight. There was so much stop and talk and, you know, build up on moves. Just like Kamehameha took like 30 minutes. Just Kamehameha alone took 30 minutes for him to pop it off finally. It was so crazy how long it took. But how amazing it actually was. I loved watching it though. I loved watching it. Like, if I started my stream now, or, you know, when I started my stream, we would still be in the middle of one of the fights. We would still be in the middle of a fight right now. Did you see another XP tick? Did you? Oh, man. The planets will blow up in 5 minutes. He's like, all right. Will Goku defeat Frieza? Will Gohan ever find his way back to the planet? Find out next time. Comes back. Kame. You're like, hold on, what? Yeah, that was a ridiculous show. That's like the only show I feel like I've ever watched that is that ridiculous. And I still was like, oh, I can't wait for the next episode. Yeah, the energy ball moving. That's right, that's right. Goku versus Frieza is 3 hours, 40 minutes. Sounds about right. Well, Frieza has like, what, 4 forms or something in that fight? Every time that he defeats Frieza, Frieza's like, that's not even my final form. You're like, you said that 9 forms ago, Frieza. What are you talking about? How many? Just go to your final one already. Why would you keep going to a crappier form and then losing and then going up one more? Spirit Bomb's longest move? That is a long move. Will you be my Spirit Bomb partner, Hannah? You be my Spirit Bomb partner? You will never reach 97. That's what you think. Just hold the martial arts tournaments? That's right! The martial arts tournaments with freaking Hercule. Whatever his name was. Hercules? Was that his name? Something around there. Martial arts tournament. Aw, thanks, Annie. Give energy. Hercule Satan. I remember we used to play that Dragon Ball Z video game, the fighting game. That was pretty fun. I actually liked that game. I wouldn't say it was like an amazing quality fighting game or anything, but it was a lot of fun. Oh, guess it's time to rewatch the entirety of Diablo or Dragon Ball. Yep. I might have to join you on that. I at least am gonna go rewatch the fight. Oh yeah! By the way, everybody, happy Pi Day. Find somebody you love and recite pi to them. And they'll be like, "What are you doing? Stop! This is weird. Please stop it." You're like 8, 9, 6, 3, 5, 2, 4, 7. Just stop? 9, 6, 3, 7, 7, 4, 4. Can you stop doing that? DBZ Kai, where they shorten it all. But I like the long fights. Who ate pie today? Who ate pie today? Not PI. Not PIE. PI day. Yeah, that pie. Linus has got it. Linus has got it. There you go, Warren. Blast it. What? You didn't have it marked off on your calendar for like 3 weeks? 3.14 weeks in advance at least? I know all the digits of pi, just not in the right order. Nice. Something to be proud of, I guess. You ate cake out of a pan to celebrate National Pancake Day? Wow. If that's not winning at life, I don't know what is. I mean, that sounds... You forgot to get pie? No! Off to sleep. Good night, Marco! Yeah, that's called living it up. 3 a.m. pudding! Hey-oh! Stew style. Stew style. What up? What up? That was a great episode. As many digits. Alright. 3.14159263323837950338479551035820494459230789. I feel like that's all I know off the top of my head. I might have the very end of that wrong. The last, like, 2 digits. If you gave me, like, 2 minutes, I could get back up to, like, 150 right now. And then if you gave me, like, a day, I could get back to, like, 400. And a couple days, I could get back to the 628, and then I would go on from there. I'm reciting pi. I'm reciting pi. I have the school record of my high school for most digits of pi recited. Most digits of pi recited. Doesn't it repeat? No. Pi is a irrational, non-repeating number. You probably shouldn't care about memorizing pi digits. All it got me was a t-shirt. And a pie, I guess. Give me an hour. I'm great. Weak. Unbeatable. No, it got cursed off. Aw, man. Well, it was nice while it lasted. What if it repeats after a million digits? It doesn't. They have computers that just keep going out and out on it. It doesn't repeat. Yeah, there's gonna be seven episodes of me building up my pie. Building up saying pie. Yeah, I got a couple pies and a t-shirt and my name on the wall. Yeah, we know it doesn't repeat because it's irrational, exactly. I got my name up on the wall. So, wonder if it's still there. I haven't checked in a few years. How much experience missing? Wow, only 8 mil. Only 8 mil. It's interesting, but race schedule. Why not hit the maximize button? I don't like it. I don't like it maximized. It makes my camera weird. Or like, not my camera. It's like too pixelated for my mouse and stuff. Do some bail runs. This will be faster than bail runs, actually. Yay! Uh-oh. 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 Y'all know what that means. The bet is over. The bet is over. There you gotta go up to it. The bet is over.
You cannot judge
What up, Doc PB or BP87?
We were meant for more than this.
Welcome back to Llamas of the Round.
But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
25 items left. Dang, 25. We're closing the bet. Next item 1. Congrats to the winners. Diversion with the biggest win. Why all the F pole arms? So I can roll them for sockets later. The death didn't even matter. Nope, it would have been really close though. Blammo. Yeah, I'm using PLUGY mod for that. Oh yeah, that's dope. Check it out. What up? Oh, I want to make a Zon now just so I can put it on her. I want to make a Zon now just so she can wear it. I don't have room. Alright. Kind of want to have like a full set in here as well. I got double of those. That's nice. I feel bad dropping that. Oh well. Is Mavia's a usable set? I don't know. I should be at like 70 runs left. I don't know why I'm really bad about this. Goodbye, all of Mav's armors. Nah, I don't have room for it. Don't have room for it. ID it to see if it's more perfect. That's fair. That's fair. We'll keep the most perfect one. Oops. That's fair. Since I actually use it. Alright, 867, 869, 840. Garbage. Keep that one right there. Don't have room. Only have unlimited stash tabs. That's right. No, I have like actually unlimited. Actually unlimited. Well, not unlimited. As you keep going out, the game gets laggier and laggier, but you can basically go out to, you know, whatever the max number. Did it keep freezing? Yeah. Yeah, millions. It's in the millions. Yep. When is your next date with Tunnel Girl? I mean, when is she gonna be sick again? Savage! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so savage. Well, I don't know. I don't think that one's gonna work out. I don't think that one's gonna work out. I can post a ton of digits of pi in the chat. Oh, can I? I mean, since it's Pi Day, I'll say you can post up to like a ward bow. Whoa, another one. That's my third one of those, like, really fast. After not having it forever. She gotta walk her dog and stuff, yeah. You can post up to like 100. I'd say 100, 200 digits in the chat. That's fair. Did she find out about Twitch chat? Probably. No, I wish I could blame you guys, but sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes things just don't work out. Who knows why? Maybe it's because I took her to a tunnel and then to the middle of Kansas and then called her by the wrong name for 3 months. Maybe that's why. But who really knows, you know? I thought we got along well. It's okay. I feel pretty like taking too many notes. Never too many notes. I feel pretty happy with like where I am right now and stuff, you know? So I'm not another legendary mallet. Come on. I'm not in any crazy rush. I'm excited to, you know, eventually meet somebody. But yeah, I called her by the wrong name. Apparently I got her name wrong. I just learned this like a week ago. I just learned a week ago when I was sitting there saying her name to her, like, you know, like calling her name. And she turned to me and was like, "That's not my name." And I was like, "Really? What is your name then?" And she was like, "It's this." And I was like, "Well, I will see you later. Have a good one. It was nice knowing you." So make sure if you like somebody and you're interested in them, double check that you know how to say their name. Triple check it. Triple check it. Triple check it. Gotta love yourself. That's all that matters. It's really true. I was mispronouncing her name, not calling her by the wrong name. Not like, "Hey, Lisa." She's like, "My name's Jackie." No, I was like, "Hey, Sarah." And she was like, "My name's Sarah." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Sarah. I mean, Sarah." It was something like that. Regardless, you know, you should know their name. You should know their name. Like Seinfeld. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. She's called Janet. He called her Missy. "Hey, Missy." "Hey, lady." Found out my girlfriend is pronounced Megan, not Megan. Oops. Oh yeah, dude, my count is like not updating, is it? Oh. No wonder I switched the counter to the wrong side. Alright, we should recalculate this because now my counter is all wrong. We have 7 million left. I'm gonna say we have 41 runs left. She was clogged up and misheard me because she's always sick. That's true. Yeah, I've got actually 4 installs of this game on my computer. I have an install that I use for when I play PLUGY, or like this right here. I have an install that I use for my Media in Excel. I have an install that I use where I have actually 1.0 installed on the computer. So base, I haven't played any of that yet on stream, but we might have a 1.0 stream at some point, 1.0 speedrun. And I have an install with just my everything else that's like all my, you know, most up to date and all my characters and everything like that. Yeah, my run counter I accidentally clicked off, so I was updating the wrong total that wasn't being displayed on the screen, so it was all messed up. Man vs. Stream 1.0? I don't think that's even possible. I don't think that's even possible. God, 1.0 builds. What do you even do? What do you even do? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. Run defensive Aura Paladin? That seems like a smart idea. Then I'll never finish the game. Then I can just stream forever. Dang, we're at 25 items left. I really want to knock out those, whatevers, those normal items, but not till 97. Is there an older patch of the game where skill is crazy out of balance? Frozen Orb was pretty out of balance before, because it had no cooldown on it. So you could literally just spam, like, that was really ridiculous. Also, Nova was really stupidly strong. Nova was really stupidly strong as well. So. Yeah, those were the two sorceress skills that were like really ridiculous. Once Synergy came around, stuff at like 1.0, that's when Nova really like dropped off. Or Frozen Orb really dropped off. Because then they just, you know, there's not a lot of synergy for it and all that stuff. Oh geez, we got uber poisoned. Talion, Nova Bomb, everything died. Yep. It was kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Oh god. Ooh, poison damage is really stupid sometimes. So when I switch between, do I alter the save? No, I don't alter anything. I have all of them set up to point to different save files and stuff. So it's like 4 completely different installations. And then the registry, like it figures it all out for like what can go on Battle.net, what can't, stuff like that. It all sorts all that stuff out every time it loads up. Right? That felt like a Lilith poisoning right there. That's how strong that was. That's how strong that was. Oh yeah, we got the elite life. We got the elite life. I'm pretty sure I sacrificed having life to have 1337 life. I'm pretty sure I actually should have had like Oh. Pretty sure I actually should have had like 1400 something, but I took life off. We've had some cool uniques today. We've had some cool uniques. Oh, my skis came in yesterday. They are dope. I told you guys I fell in love with skiing when I went the other weekend, like a month ago or whatever. So I have another ski trip coming up in a couple weekends. So I bought some skis as well. They look pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I'm pumped for them. When Boazon's re-clipped. Dude, multi-shot and then the guided arrow, whatever. Boazons were just... They would just go spam every duel game. Every duel game, you just had Boazons spamming. So it expires on the 19th. Perfect. Excellent. I mean, oh no. That sounds awful for you. Still can't kill dclone. Help us source out. Like, I just out-damaged him, really. I would say you can give, like, insight to your mercenary for poison damage, and then try and keep him alive. So you have to end up being the tank, kind of. You run up, let dclone hit you, then you run back a little bit, run up, let him hit you. Like, keep your merc alive so your merc is still hitting, and dclone's kind of focusing on you instead of your mercenary. Otherwise, your merc will just die instantly. But you can do that. You can just do massive meteors and have them stand in the fire. That works. There's a lot of things. A lot of things. Since she has AR checks, yeah. Yep. That's a good point. But yeah. Freaking go into a duel game, be dueling, and then bam. Massive amounts of multi-shot arrows that just come flying in. Just dead. Got just enough gems to force the spawn. Well, good luck. Yeah, I think mass meteor or mass blizzard, and you just literally make them stand in it. And lower res wand is very important as well. Make sure that you use a lower res wand. That'll help you so much. You'll be really surprised at how fast the damage is kind of laying it down on them. You'd be surprised at how fast you can lay the damage down with that. Stacks of 451s. God. That sounds like a lot of fun. Not. Yeah, prevent monster heal doesn't work on him, so you have to do poison damage or just out damage him. I found Mavina's bow. Mavina's bow. What are all my charms? They're magic find charms. And some resistance charms. I have a combination. I have a combination. What up? Hello there. I'm Scott. Welcome to Nuns of the Run. I'm about to stop. I mean, called it. Man, called it. On point. Appreciate that, bud. Appreciate that. Get some Llama armies in the chat. Oh, geez. That was, that could have been really bad for our experience here. Let's get 97. New bet. I don't know about that. I feel like that level up is not on lock, but appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hey, you don't gotta sub. You don't gotta sub. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people who hang around for a long time, don't sub, and that's fine. I appreciate everybody who's just here, you know? Like, honestly, I was talking with Teo about it, and BYD was talking trash on me to Teo. Talking about how I'll never get a record because I like talking to chat too much. And I was like, that's possibly true. It's possibly true. But that's like my favorite part of streaming, right? Like, I love Diablo 2. I do. But I love streaming even more. I love streaming even more than Diablo 2. Like, just being able to hang out and chat and everybody that comes around and stuff. Like, that's just the best. Like, that's just like the most fun that I have is just with that. So I would never, it's really tough. It's really tough. I would never give up, you know, talking to chat just to run. Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Lacquered plate. Plate. That's all. That might always be my downfall in speedrunning, is that I'm always going to be reading the chat. And it's always going to cost me a minute or two here and there. Never string out and never play Diablo 2 again. Never play Diablo 2 again. That's easy. Because I could just find another game. I go play Path of Exile or something like that. And, you know, I'd eventually warm up to it. Or even if I switch over to some StarCraft, like... I'm sorry, Rock Arson. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Yeah. That was, I'm on that minus there. That was easy question. I mean, I would be sad that I couldn't play Diablo 2 and stuff, but talking mile a minute enough. So Ryu, I think he talks a little less to chat than I do. I mean, he still talks to chat a lot, but his chat's also a little bit harder to talk to because it's moving, you know, a mile a minute, and it's got a lot of like big ASCII things in it and stuff, so it's harder to like find text. Like I can kind of read text running up a little bit, you know, easier. Thank you for the auto host, Jason. So I can, you know, I can kind of find all that stuff a little bit easier in my chat, which I think is helpful for reading it. Like I'm very, very, very happy with the how quickly my chat moves and stuff like that. Favorite game of all time? See, like that's probably too hard of a question because I don't even know. I mean, it really depends the time period of my life. And did we just get another tick on our bar? I think we did. I think we just got another tick on our bar. We're gonna have what? One more tick and then that's it? One more tick and then we get a level after the following one? He tends to narrate more, yeah. Yeah, I think he does a really, I mean, he does a great job. Like, that's kind of, you know, what goes well with his chat and with his style. It's kind of the more narration. 30 minutes. I don't think I can do 30 minutes. I don't know if I can do it the next 30 minutes. That might be a little bit too fast. But I'm gonna try. Key is don't die, yeah. Has to be D2. I don't know. I love D2. Don't get me wrong. But I also really love StarCraft. Like, StarCraft 1 was, you know, I played just as much StarCraft 1 as Diablo 2 until I started streaming. And then, you know, Diablo 2 has taken over as my most played game. But even then it's hard to say because, like I was saying, there were a lot of games that as a kid, you know, growing up, that I played that I just was like absolutely in love with. So that's a really, really, really tough question for me. Oh, you're fine, BYD. You can talk trash. I talk trash on you all the time too, so I feel like it's fair. I feel like it's fair. So my submissions for SGDQ. So I tried. Nobody wanted to race me. I asked. Well, I guess I asked Ryu. I figured he would be the one to go. And Ryu said he didn't want to go race me. So I submit 4 runs. I submit a normal assassin, a normal paladin, a nightmare sorceress, and a hell sorceress. We'll see what they pass through. I had not talked trash. I know, so I don't think it was trash talking though. Like, I think that's a very true statement. I don't think that's trash talk at all. I talk to chat a lot, and so it hurts my speedrunning. It's a very true statement. Get him. Jackson will race me. That'd be fun. You gonna go to SGDQ again? You gonna go again this year? Oh, the nightmare percent runs ever really done? Nope. But it's just a hell run minus the hell portion, so. I think it would be a really good showcase. Because you get the normal piece, right? Which is like, you know, normal moves a little slower, and you've got, you know, you're kind of running around. There's a lot of like smaller technical skill stuff. Things like that. But then Nightmare just turns into like this mass teleporting craziness. We're just like flying all around the map, and you're constantly like, you know, you have your inventory open when you're teleporting, and there's just like so much stuff going on. You'd go if I was going again? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. There's like so much stuff going on like that. So it really gets like, it's just very different, you know, very, very, very different run. And you also get to see kind of like the leveling piece in there along the way. And I don't know, I think Nightmare opens up a really fun like difference. You know, and then obviously Hell is where it gets just like stupidly hard, right? So Hell would just add that same sort of stuff, but just like now the game is ridiculously difficult. So enjoy that, right? He went 0-3-3 against Flufflo? Really? He lost 3 times to Flufflo? Interesting. I mean, Flufflo is getting to become a good racer. He's like a little Slimo over there. Like a little Slimo. You're like, wait, Flufflo ran that time? What? So, I get that. I get that. Okay, never able to be able to stream ever again, or stream but you have to play only Spore. No! I guess stream and only play Spore. It was the Countess runs that got you hooked? Ah, yes. When will we know if the SGDQ race is accepted? I think like early April is what it's looking like. I don't think there was actually a date that they like set out that I saw. But I believe early April is when it's all set to whatever. I remember playing Spore, and then I got to like the spaceship piece of it, and I was like, what the heck is going on in the, like the game was, I was like, this game is terrible. I don't want to play this anymore. So I stopped and I didn't play it again. That was the last time I played Spore. It was a pretty big letdown. Speaking of like letdown games, there you go. It wasn't a greater Thresher, it was just a Thresher. Early April, gonna get you through finals. Hopefully a better time slot. I thought our time slot was good last time. I had like noon or something on Saturday. I mean, I feel like I've been given pretty good time slots considering it's 24/7. They haven't had me at like a 3 a.m. slot or anything like that before, you know? Hell, Barb. Oh, somebody asked why did I give up StarCraft? I mean, I gave up StarCraft 2 because I just got tired of it eventually. I just was grinding so hard and, you know, not really seeing results. Like I got to high masters and I was hanging out at top 8 masters for a few seasons. I couldn't break into GM, and I just I got tired of having to play what I felt like was perfectly. Like I hated that if I made one mistake. Oh god, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die! Just get away. I drank like 4 potions there, I don't even care. I hated that if I made like one mistake, like got supply blocked or whatever it was, at the wrong time, then that was it. You know, like, okay, that's it, game's over. Might as well like leave, it felt like. It was just like so difficult for, it was so difficult for me at those points. And I couldn't like play enough because I was like going to school and, you know, doing other stuff. And I didn't quite get to focus enough time on it all. And so I just felt like I'd come back and it would take me, you know, too many games just to get like warmed up and back into it. And so it was just frustrating. That's where I had a 2 a.m. slot? Nope. I have always had like noon slots at GDQ, and it's been really nice. Yeah, Breeza. Yeah. So that was kind of it. What rank was I? I was a rank 1 masters for, I mean, that was back at like end of Legacy of the Void, start of Heart of the Swarm, like around those days. So I finished rank 1 time and then top 8 like a couple times. Was that a unique ring? No, I'm just seeing things. I have not been updating my tracker very well, have I? I'll save -3. So, but yeah, it was just like, it was just tough. I was playing Grandmaster players like every other day. End of Wings or Heart of the Swarm, yeah. I was playing Grandmasters like every other game and stuff, and they were good, you know, and it just was like frustrating how good they were. It was frustrating how good they were. Because you would just, there were some times, you know, you'd have like a dude, you'd be playing a Terran and he would like quadruple drop you, and it was like non-stop, and you're like working your butt off, and then you just get overwhelmed and just, your base belongs to him, you know? And you're just like, oh my gosh. Or people who like, you know, just sit there and perfect like execution of the Immortal Sentry all in. And that's all they would do. Every game they would Immortal Sentry all in you. And it was just like impossible. Like you couldn't stop it. You knew it was coming, but they were so good with it. And such good micro skills and stuff that you couldn't stop it. Those things were, oh yeah, I watched episode 100 for sure. Those things were tough. That's where it started to get really tough. It's all that stuff. Some people were just too good at that game. It was just like, okay, I can't be this good. I peaked. Yeah, Grandmaster Micro is just unbelievable. And like I would play, like I played Puck I think like 3 times. I played, you know, No Regret a lot of times. I played Neeb a couple times. He was actually on my team. I played Kiwi. I played Vibe. You know, just guys like that. Guys of all. And then of course I played some Smurfs. Like I played Polt a couple times. And it was another level, man. It was another level, you know. To take a game off one of those guys, you had to just get super lucky with some like cheese or whatever. Because if you straight up played against him, They just overran you. They just were so much better. They were just so much better. Only 3 set items left. I know. I know. Jmod, 1 in 14,000. Ooh. But it's superior, right? So it doesn't matter. It's superior, so I can't even up or socket it without a quest socket. Which I don't have anymore. Rip. Ever played offline? You should. Recommended. Put it away. What do I have left to acquire? Exclamation mark MF will show you every item that I have left. Every item that I have left to acquire. Woo. Oh, we're so close though, Grimy. We're so close. Just kidding. Have a good one, man. I will catch you later. Still need 2 burr runes. I know. I know. Burr runes are a long way coming. Long way coming. That Cow King's the only one who could drop? Nah, there's no item only the Cow King can drop. Even like the cow's pieces, they can only be in the cow like level, but not king only. Though he obviously has the best drop rate for some items like that. I have found everything up to low rune. And I have found 4 low runes actually, so I have found a lot of low runes, but I have not found any runes over low, which is kind of really surprising actually. That's probably the most crazy stat. Like if I had to give you a stat about this character, that's gotta be up there. That she has found no low runes, or no high runes above that. So that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, and also that I haven't completed Heaven set because of this freaking ward here. Tabek's Glory. Like what? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. What's the only item you'll never find? Probably Tyrael's Might. Probably Tyrael's Might. If there is one, that is going to be it. Hey, Cam, hello. Cam, hello. Is that it? Welcome, found on YouTube. Welcome to the Twitch. I was gonna say welcome over. Doesn't sound like great English. Welcome over to the Twitch. I encourage everybody who watches on YouTube to come hang out in this stream. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different vibe, right? I guess it's the exact same thing if you're just watching. But when you get to actually participate, I feel like it opens up a whole new world of things. Yesterday, my boy Xtimus was streaming. He was streaming on YouTube. I got to go hang out there and chat with some of his viewers and stuff. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I told him to come stream on Twitch, but you know, all of his everything that he does is over on YouTube, so that's where everybody knows him. Never drop an ear. True. This is true. What up, oh Houdini? What up? Alright. Nope, nope, nope! I don't want to be cursed anymore. No, take it off of me. pretty sure I just did like a fret run like on Guitar Hero. On all my potions, I was like, hit every potion, I don't care. Don't die. Don't die. Sorry if I already answered. Are you going for all runes too? No, I'm not. The goal of this character was just all items. Better off gambling for teamite? Yeah, but the thing is you gotta find that armor to gamble for, and like every time you gotta open and close the shop just for that. You gotta get all the gold. Wait, did we go up a tick again? Oh crap, I think that means there's another tick still. I think that means there's another tick still. 2 ticks to go till 97! I always forget that final tick in there. 2 ticks to go. Let's get it. Don't I have a roommate? Yeah, for sure. For sure I have a roommate. But our rooms are very, very, very soundproof and stuff, so like he can't hear me stream and shout and all that stuff. It's like kind of amazing how ridiculously thick the walls are here. Like I can't hear any. I mean, there are very loud, like people. I know they're loud because I see them like outside, who live next to me. And when their doors open and you're like there, it's like, wow, you guys are loud. And then you shut the door and it's like, I don't hear a thing. I don't hear a single thing. You would think I lived like in a house away from everybody. How quiet it is here. Superior legendary mallet. We have found a lot of legendary mallets these past couple days. My goodness. We have found a lot of legendary mallets these past couple of days. Make a lot of gold from Travancore. Yeah, we still gotta do it. We gotta do it. Am I gonna film my stream with when I have all? I mean, there's plenty of things. I feel like I never have enough time to stream everything that I want to stream anyways. I want to do more world record runs. I want to do more like hell runs. I want to do more. I want to start doing Zelda speedrunning, trying that out, seeing what that's like. I want to do. I mean, my goodness, there's just a plethora of things that I desire for to do on stream. There's a giant list. So, yeah. Once this character is finally over, if ever, once again, Tyrion's Might will be a big piece of that. Then we'll just have to see. We're just gonna have to see where we're at and what we're doing. Would I do glitchless Zelda runs? I would do 100% runs, I think. I don't like the 8% stuff that much. I don't know. I don't know if I would do glitchless. Like because I mean, I don't really mind that it has like wrong warp and stuff in the 100% run. That's not a big deal to me. I think that's kind of cool still. As long as you have to go like get all the items and it's not just like abusing everything and wrong warping to the end. With Spike. So, I would just want to, you know, do like everything or do like all dungeons or something like that. I think that would be really fun. So, and I don't know how good I would even care to get at it. You know, I don't know if I would have to run perfectly, blah blah blah. I mean, I probably once I start doing it, I'd probably want to like actually get good at it. But I think it would be fun to just run it and be able to do it in a decent amount of time. But I know it would take a long time to get good at, but that'd be fun. I think it'd be a lot of fun still. Corona! Darn. That would have been a nice find. Speedrun. Wow. Wow, I did not see that guy there. Oh my gosh. That was really close, guys. I did some like StarCraft speedrunning stuff. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. What did my health drop to there? I don't even know. I'm kind of scared to know, honestly. Kind of scared to even know, because that was ridiculous. Ooh. That was pretty ridiculous. Stop looking at chat. 300? No, it was way high. It was way lower than that. That was after I used a rejuve. I used a partial rejuve immediately as soon as it dropped. That's what I want to know what it dropped to. Up H Vector. That's just Sundays. That's just on Sundays. Yeah, every Sunday night. Front page. First person you saw running a game? Like Diablo 2? Or like any game? That'll work. Come on, ticks. Let's go. Let's go. Aw, thanks H-Factor. You sweet. Any game? Nice. Solid, solid. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Every Sunday night, go to church. Night? Who goes to church Sunday night? Match with some chick on Tinder. Give me some coin Diablo line to open with. Not even death can save you from me. Is that? No. Stay a while and listen. Maybe go with one of those. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough. Maybe just You have quite a treasure there in that Hereditary cube. Something along those lines. I don't know. Fresh meat. Yeah, I mean that's a classic, right? That's a classic one. Ah, fresh meat. Mr. Llama with the creep factor. Hey man, this is how you get girls to not want to go on dates with you again. I shall make weapons with your bones. Dang, Bill stickers. That's brutal. Greetings, stranger. I am a cop. This is a... There is a plate. Blood Raven it. Stay what? You can just do that. I sense a soul in search of hot singles. Might work. Might work. Abandon your foolish quest. Maybe just good old Tyrael. You cannot judge me! Throw that one out. Throw that one out at her. You must turn back. Some Flavi. Get some Flavi action in there. Alright, alright, I like that. I like that. These are solid, these are solid. You got a lot to choose from right here. I went with the Hereditary cube line. She's friends with 3 girls you know. Wow, that's a bold move. That's a bold move. Because you know her friend is going to send the entire Tyrael's quote. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent. How's the piano coming along? I need to play some. I need to play some. Once I get 97. No. Now I'm going to bed probably. No, it's coming along good. I need to play a little more though. I need to play a little more right now. I slacked off this weekend. I didn't play for like 3 days, so time to get back on that. Oh, Hellspawn Skull, man. I want a Bloodlord Skull. I'm not sure I've ever seen a Bloodlord Skull. Like, I'm sure I have, but I can't remember. I can't remember ever seeing one. Hail to you, champion. Ooh, that might be good. That might be good. Not a... You may not pass. Dang, that can be your rejection line for her if you don't like her. That'll be your rejection line. Let us out! Yeah, I was thinking of just going with, help me. I need help. Help. But I'm not sure that's appropriate to start with. Oh, you're new here, aren't you? But I shall make weapons from your bones. Yeah, I think that's the best line so far. Was that Bill Stickers? Was that Bill Stickers? With the, I need help line? Or, the, I shall make weapons from your bones. Die. Time to die. Oh no, I reset that one. What did I set that hotkey to? I can't remember. There we go. Time to die. I shall make weapons from your bones. Too much baggage. Diablo 1 Warrior. Nice. Nice. Old school. Or just wrecking issue! The ultimate lady slayer. Wrecking issue! Man. I don't know why I don't have a girlfriend. It's crazy. I can't figure it out. I just can't figure out what the reason is. Makes no sense. Rakinisha has slain many a lady. Ain't that the truth? I need mana. I need mana. I need mana. I can't do that here. Item players 8, yep. Yep. We're on that players 8 grind right now. I can't carry anymore. We're on that players 8 grind right now. You just ensured the doom of this world. Take the stone and run! She's like, yeah, I gotta get going. My dad just called. He needs me for something, so I'll talk to you later. Girlfriend equals no more stream. Hey, I streamed plenty when I had a girlfriend, but then it meant no more girlfriend, so I guess that's true. No girlfriend equals more time for streaming, which isn't a terrible thing. I like streaming a lot. Should have went with that. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. might use that. Oh no! Get away. Get away from all that. Send MP3 of lurker attack. Is it all the Marines dying? Is that what you send? Did we get that next tick yet? Did we get that final tick? Are we one tick away? Moo. Moo. Moo moo. Moo moo. Moo moo. Yeah, Raimu. Raimu. That needs to be a command in my chat. Somebody sent me that PNG or that MP3 file. Somebody sent it to me. Oh, that's okay. I got you. Somebody sent me that MP3 file. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere on my computer, but I need to make that 2 more ticks. Are you sure? We need to make that a command that'll just bring up a clip or something. Last tick covers the whole bar. Yeah. It's been so long since I've seen a level up bar look like thing. It's been so long. Two more ticks. Come on, but that next tick, keep your eyes on the bar, guys. Keep your eyes on that bar. That next tick is coming real soon. Real soon now. I'm talking like next run we're getting a tick. I need a streamer girlfriend. Well, then we're both streaming all the time, and then we never have time for each other. You guys ready for the tick? You want to watch what a bar looks like when it ticks at level 96? Watch this. This is the run. This is the run for it. Where is it? Where is it? It's gotta be like right here. Where is it? There it is! There it is! There's the tick. We're getting it. Ooh, Archon plate. Tick, 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 tick. Told you. We just stream at the same time. It could work. Could maybe work. Seat her up next to me. Just have a... Nah, then we'd have like mic issues and stuff overlapping. She'd have to be in a different room. Tick tock. Dang. Whoop, there it is. Now just no dying. No dying. Lots of cuties playing LOL. I don't want to date a LOL girl. No way. I don't want to date a LOL girl. I'd rather date like Corporate Patty or something. She streams like Dark Souls and cool games. My place is soundproof. Yeah, as long as they're in the next room, we would not be able to hear each other at all. Not be able to hear each other at all. I would date a Meepo spammer? Probably. What's a LOL girl? Girl who plays League of Legends? Date a sniper main? Nah. Ho ho ha ha. Experience shine! Experience me, baby! Let go. No cold moons, level 95 area. It's amazing. Ooh. Let go. What about LOL casters? I just don't like League of Legends. It'd be hard to relate, because I'd be like, Diablo? Dota? She'd be like, League of Legends. I'd be like, I don't know. I see that being difficult. Yeah, I just get cursed everywhere I go anyway, so. Experience shrines aren't worth a ton, but they're nice. I have a mom, you can be my new dad. Okay, sounds good. Go to bed, son. If it doesn't have a 2 in it, I don't play. Pretty much. Age of Empires 2? Check. Dota 2? Check. Diablo 2? Yes. StarCraft 2? Sure. Red Alert 2? Yep. That's how it goes. Find me an SC2 girl. Be something. Ooh, what's that? Death Mask. Talsay. I don't know if I dropped that or not. We'll drop it now. Grand Charm. Cool. Waiting for D2 2.2. Yep. Portal 2, Half-Life 2. Maybe. I actually haven't played either of those. I never played any of the Half-Life games. I think I would probably like them, actually. What about Lara? Nah, she doesn't like me very much. I think she's nice. I don't know if I want to date a D2 girl, though. That might be too close to home, you know? That might be too close to home. Like, we need some degree of separation. It's gotta be like, saw that dodge. She doesn't like me. She really doesn't. Has to be some degree of separation. Like, I gotta date, like, you know, like StarCraft. But I don't even. I think StarCraft might be too intense. That might be too intense. Like, I think finding a, you know, like a Zelda girl or something would be good. Like a Hannah, right? Why doesn't she like you? I don't know. It's a common theme with women. I seem to make them upset or something. But yeah, I feel like I gotta get that separation. POE looks like crap. Maybe a POE girl. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. A POE girl. That might be too close still as well. Gauntlet Legends girl. That'd be dope. Oh yeah, no, I totally have a crush on Hannah. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Seem like a pretty likable person. Well, thank you. Plays a bunch of different games. Like a Caseytron? That's what you're gonna bring up? I would not date Caseytron. I would be open to a variety streamer. I think that would be fine. Caseytron would probably not be that one. Caseytron would probably not be the one. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know if, step 1, pronounce your name correctly. True that. I don't know if dating a streamer girl's something... Like, you don't want to have all the same hobbies as your partner. I mean, I guess some people do. Oh, there's Hannah. Hi, Hannah! Hi, Hannah. Oh, Hydra Bow. Almost a wind force if it just, you know, rolled a lot of different things, but got the base. Yeah, I still got a ways to go. I still got a ways to go. Yeah, she's still here. Everybody hide. We were saying only nice things about you. You heard nothing. Nope. I mean, we weren't talking about you. Nope. We were talking about Mana Fart. She's a League of Legends streamer. So, she's different person. Different girl altogether. She's cool though. She's cool. You probably couldn't find her stream though. There's a lot of League of Legends streamers and stuff, so. I feel like if you ever get a name change, Hannah, it's gotta go to Mana Fart. That's gotta be your name change. Instant subscriber button right there. Instant subscriber button right there. Both people need to have something, be secure doing separate things. Yep. That's true that. True that. We were talking about tennis players. That's right. So much LOL hating here. Nah, I don't hate LOL. I just don't... I didn't enjoy it when I played it. That was all. I don't really care, you know, I guess. And like I try and sometimes watch it, like I'll watch competitive if there's competitive league or something going on. I'll try and watch a little bit of it. But that's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of games that don't interest me though. I mean, like I said before, I don't watch a lot of games or play a lot of games. I'm very bland. You should say what you feel. She's ready for it. Guys, shh. Quiet. Shh. She's just saying, Mana Fart. She streams Magic the Gathering as well. That's her side game. That's where she got her name from. Stuff, so, you know. She's cool. She's cool. What are you still doing up? I thought you were in bed. Don't you have work tomorrow early? Isn't that why you're not streaming today? No, her husband doesn't stream. Unfortunately. She needs to. Wait, your husband plays Neopets? Does Tony play Neopets? I want to play Neopets with Tony. Get your Neopets married? Oh, that would be cute. That would be cute. Hey. Wow. See, this is why we can't have cute girls in the stream, Rand. This is why we can't have cute girls in the stream. That's right, own dude. Oh crap, I just realized when I level up, I'm gonna have to readjust my life totals down again. Ugh. The troubles of gaining levels. It's every day, you know, every day that you level up on these characters anyways. So close. Oh, he doesn't? Oh, that's sad. Ouch. Ithrin. Maybe I'll find like a Tyrell's Might as like a happy 97. Clash of Clans. Oh baby. There we go. There we go. I've actually never played Clash of Clans. Is it fun? I just know there were a ton of advertisements for it. Everywhere. How many people here play it? What happened to MD2GA? It was fun. I mean, it was just, you know. It was a while ago. So we'll probably do something similar on the next ladder reset. Probably do something similar on the next ladder reset. Torun, Tumond, Amrune. I was like, Zodrun, maybe? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Llama. Here's the Zodrun. When is reset? May. End of May. Oops, did I? No. There we go. I haven't played Clash of Clans. I'm missing out on life. I always get afraid of mobile games because I always have my phone with me. Oh, Corona! Oh, and the light gauntlets rolled instead. Boo. Boo, we say. I don't need Zodrun. I know, but it would still be cool to find. And then a burnt wand rolls as well. Hello, Suicide. Hello. Dun, 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 dun. One streamer looks like Miley Cyrus. Nice. Yeah, it takes a long time to level up. It takes a long time. Now we're under 1 million. We got about... Oh yeah, we haven't been updating this. Probably less than that. Probably like 7 runs left, 6 runs left or something. We got 600,000 left. Hello, Suicide. Suicide Branch. Sorry, I know that sounded kind of really dark. Sounded kind of really dark. I wish I had some candy to celebrate. I hope I'm not counting my chickens and like I'm gonna die now. How long since I leveled up last? A long time. Probably like what, at least a month, if not longer. Because I don't play this character every day. But still a long time. They don't. Atara. They don't. GQ would be safe kill instead of Baba's from D1. Oh, that would be interesting. I like that. I like the idea. Alright, let's do one more. Is that gonna push me over? No, attack at 97. What abusive elbow! Thank you very much for the sub! Welcome to Llamas of the Round. Oh, unique ring though! Unique ring though. There we go. There it is. There's our celebration. There's our celebration piece. Come on, you know what it is. BK Wisp. BK Wisp. BK Wisp. Celebrating 97. Let's go. Let's go. %, Mantle, yay! 20 Nagel, hooray! Uh-oh. Get him all. Get him. Alright, guys. The last run. I feel like we gotta end it in a fitting way. No dolls, no dolls, no dolls. No dolls. Okay, we're good. The last run, death. No. No. That is a lot of really annoying guys, though. Stupid Oblivion mages. Get him. Here we go. Here we go. Don't resurrect him, that's so annoying. Get them all! Let it rip! No! No rips! No rips! Just joy. Just lots of joy. $332! Oh no! We're gonna have too much! There we go. I'm trying to time it out so we get that primo right on bail. Right off the bail kill. Uh-oh. Oh yes, yes, he's immune to cold. That'll be perfect. Come here. There we go, boys. There we go. Let's get it. 3 months since I leveled, really? Oh my gosh. Well, we say no more of that today. Because today, we are level 97, boys. Today, we are level 97. Ready? Let's do it! Ah! Oh, I was really hoping I would get the tick. It didn't work. One more. It is finally here. Oh, oh my God. Oh. Whew. And we're still 2 levels away from 99. Wow. Wow. Way to go with the 1097. Thank you so much. Now recalc.
Here's to no material for another 2 years.
Yep. Another 2 years of notarial. Another 2 years of notarial. Whew. Do I think I'll upload my save file for my viewers to enjoy the epic collection? Yeah, I think I will. I'll do that at some point. Somebody else suggested that before. Oh, 97. Ah, feels good, boys. Feels good. Wow. 25 items left. Level 97. It's like a momentous, like, halfway point. Almost, right? It kind of feels like. It's, use skill points. Oh, yeah. Even before save file gets corrupted. Can you lose experience past level min? Nope. Nope. So, yeah, my experience loss was irrelevant there. Irrelevant. Woo. Dang, Josh. Dang. The vet was already over. I found Mav's bow today. So we've completed the Mav set, the Tau set, the Nat set, the IK set, the Trang set. Grid set, we're still missing 2. You know, typical. BK set, I can't find enough of. Alders is complete. And then every other set except for stupid Heaven's Brethren. I can't find Tivix Glory to save my life. The ring was a Ravenfrost. Ring was a Ravenfrost. This stupid set right here. I can't complete. Oh well. Oh well. Level 97 though. That's right. That's right. Flex it out. Level 97. Only 47? Hype. Garbage set. I know. I know. Garbage set. Man. 97 Haifu! Thanks, Hanny. Thanks, Hanny. Alright. I am going to head to bed, but before I do, I have to decide the MVL. And this one is going to be kind of a few days wrapped up. I was thinking of it yesterday, but wasn't quite ready. There's somebody else for yesterday. Today's MVL is 72 Virgin Mobiles. Already rigged? What if I said it was you, iMac? 72 Virgin Mobiles. You guys were awesome today, though. Straight up, loved the chat. So much fun talking about old games and Neopets and Dragon Ball and all sorts of fun stuff. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But 72 Virgin Mobiles has been killing it for the past few days here. Definitely deserving of MVL. So you will be entered into that raffle. Demand a recount. And yeah. With that, I will be heading off to bed. I am Yosoi tired. I think that's how you say that. But thank you all for hanging out and watching. Thank you all for hanging out and watching. Hope you guys have a good night. And I will see you on... I guess I'll be here tomorrow. I got no reason not. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. Night, everyone.